so are you.
There we go.
Oh, come on. My start menu won't hide.
Ah.
Whatever. It's not in the stream, though, right? So, it's fine.
No, it wasn't.
Oops. Started the wrong game. Yeah, I started the wrong one.
Hey, let's see. Oh. Oh.
Glitching out already?
Yeah. I don't know, it might have been... Right now it's nice. It's just had a, whatever you call it, a hiccup for a bit.
Alright. I have a whole bunch of fun things to collect. So, where am I going? I'm pretty much to the end of the game for the most part. I just need to collect the final, just like the stuff that's all hidden. And
I see you now have water breathing.
yes, I don't run out of air. I also have high jump.
Oh, nice. That's useful. No more dinking around with climbing walls.
Oh, I also have dash.
I see that. But yeah, this is running so much better than it was last night.
Well, that's good. I did a stream earlier today too, so I'm thinking that the VPN might have been slowing stuff down too.
It might have been.
It says I've had 2 drop frames so far.
Yeah, that was in the beginning there. Where it just stopped on a stopped on one frame and that was it.
Alright, so I got that blue dude, I got that, Alright. Whole bunch of fun stuff to get.
Mm-hmm. So, have you ever played any tabletop RPGs?
D&D a long, long time ago. Like, we're talking like
3rd edition?
15 years ago.
So, like, 3.5 edition kind of thing.
Yeah, somewhere around that, yeah.
The best version.
The best version.
Yeah. 3.5 is what people play when they want to play hardcore. Because with what's out now, it's a little more user friendly than
More like Pathfinder.
no, Pathfinder is like...
Not Pathfinder. What are they using for
For?
Dan Harmon's show?
Dan Harmon.
He's doing he's doing like a in front of the audience show. What was it called?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Oh, well, he was doing, and they animated some of the segments, and he had famous people on with him. But I forget which.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, look it up. It's really funny though because they animate it. And
Story Circle?
nope, Dan Harmon does it.
Yeah, I typed in Dan Harmon, Story Circle, Now You See Me, Fallout 4, Game Grumps, Apology, Rap, D&D. There we go.
Harmon Quest.
Adventure.
Harmon Quest is the name of the show.
Right.
I don't know what they were using as a base though.
By the looks of things, it's oh, you gotta buy it.
Yeah, it was on like I forget which network it was on.
Comedy.
No, it was on one of the like online comedy networks.
Oh. Oh, okay, like
CISO,
Hulu.
CISO, I think
Yeah.
it's called, or something like that.
Dan Harmon indicates the worst episode. Oh, he's the guy that does
Rick and Morty.
yes. D and Diesel. I remember watching that. Where I wouldn't be surprised if it's just regular D&D.
I think it
Like-
got mentioned. Is it not in the wiki?
I'll have to look at the wiki.
I'm pretty sure it's in the wiki on what they're using for a format for a game format.
VRV. VR verb select. That's probably where you've seen it. There's apparently a season 3 coming out.
Yes. I don't know when. Does it say when?
No.
The show is hilarious. It's really fun.
It's been renewed for a third season. That's all it says. October 2018, it was announced that Verve has renewed the show for a third season. D&D style segments. Harmontown. Serious. I'm pretty sure I'd have to actually take a look and see what the live action bits are.
Where is the trigger for this thing?
Hey guys. And girl go cool. Me
Where's the trigger? Are you watching a clip? Well, according to Streamlabs, it says I haven't had a drop frame in 9 minutes, so better.
Yeah, you've your gameplay is smooth. I mean, not 60 FPS smooth, but 30 FPS smooth.
Where the hell is the trigger for this thing?
But yeah, I'm just looking up Harmon Quest right now.
It's really funny.
Wait, I seen a book. I seen a book. I think it's Pathfinder. It is Pathfinder.
Okay, yeah.
I seen a Pathfinder rule book on the table, so yeah, I think it's Pathfinder. Pathfinder's great. I especially love playing goblins. Like the We Be Goblins series of campaigns from the Pathfinder. What are they called? Like free RPG day.
Mm-hmm.
Every free RPG day, they come out with a Weeby Goblins little mini adventure, and you get to play as goblins.
Oh, there's
And-
the trigger. Jeez.
And it's hilarious because you get to be the worst players in existence.
You get to be the worst players in existence.
Oh yes.
There we go. Alright, that's where the trigger was. Got that.
Yeah, the like, because usually in a D&D game, you're kind of forced to work together with your
With your party.
yes. In the Goblins game, you don't have to do that. And some of the stuff that happens is just funny. Because let's go with the first Goblins campaign. These are really short, by the way. They're meant for people to play through in under an hour, kind of thing. It's so people can get into the Pathfinder games and rules and whatnot without going full nerd. Yeah, it's basically you use these pre-generated goblin characters, and then you go on this little quest to do something. And they have such interesting goblin lore. Like it's really funny how they do how they portray the goblins, because in Pathfinder the goblins aren't really like, they're not like Goblin Slayer goblins. You've heard of that, haven't you? No? Okay, because there was a big controversy over it last year. bunch of snowflakes got all yeah, they oh yes, exactly. Bunch of oh, that was a frame drop.
Oh, really? It did. Streamlabs hasn't said that I had a frame drop.
It's- I don't know what it was. It it just stopped there for a second.
Alright, where else do I gotta go? Sunken Glades, I'm at 90. Or Hollow, I'm at 80%. So I still got more crap to get.
Ah, well. So Goblin Slayer is literally that. The main character goes around slaying goblins. And apparently saves the world while doing it.
And does someone play a goblin and tries not to die?
No.
Oh.
No. Goblin Slayer is basically your grimdark, like dark fantasy, like legit dark fantasy, set in like D&D. Because the main villain are goblins. When you think of D&D, you do not think goblins as the main villain. But this is basically a D&D campaign about a man who goes around slaying goblins. Because once you reach a certain level in a D&D campaign, you don't want to touch goblins anymore. Because they're just not worth your time. So they play up on that trope in the show. Or in the work. Like, there's an adventurers guild and all that stuff in the show, and it's full of these high-ranking adventurers and low-ranking adventurers, and the high-ranking ones usually don't touch a goblin quest because they're goblins. They're not worth their time. They don't pay well. They're disgusting. And by golly, are they? Like, one-on-one, nearly a regular person can beat a goblin, but that's not the scary thing about goblins. Think of rabbits, except either rabbits or cockroaches. Think of those, except they're little toddler-sized demons that will take your women and procreate using them. Their only means of, like, continuing their race is by using another race's women. So there's no female goblins. So you can guess why they're the main villain. They're pretty much pure evil. And there's different classes and whatnot of goblins. Like, you have regular goblins, then there's hobgoblins, and then there's above hobgoblins, there's goblin champions, which are equivalent to, like, a level 5 or 6 character. So, for a goblin, they're really freaking strong. and then above that there's the Goblin Lord, who controls all the other goblins, and they're usually on par with they're not quite as strong as a champion, but they're a lot smarter than a champion. Like, the one we seen in the show was able to speak, like common.
So what show is this?
Goblin Slayer.
So is it sort of like? Is it like a? I guess what type of show is it?
It's animated. Just be forewarned, the first episode of the show is that's a frame drop. First episode of the show just is purely to set the tone of the show. The first episode is what the big controversy was over, because there was an R scene in there.
So does it just take place in the world, or is it people playing the game?
It takes place in the world.
Okay.
Like they give hints at so in the lore they give hints that this is a D&D campaign, because the gods roll dice and then you see dice on screen.
But it's not like people playing the campaign.
No.
And then it's
No, it's...
That's what Harmon Quest is. It's people playing the game, but then they end.
Yeah, I know that, but no, this is from the character's perspective, not by the player's perspective. Like, you will never see a person make a out of character kind of statement like how Harmon Quest is.
Yep.
No, everything is done in character. Also, none of the characters have names. They have titles, and they go by those titles. So that was for the author to basically make it so the readers could basically imprint whatever name they wanted onto the character. Because in like these grimdark campaigns, there's a saying: don't name your character until it's level 3. Because chances are it's not going to survive that long to get a name.
Oops.
But yeah, for episode 1 is you have this party of newbies that go and do a goblin subjugation quest. It's like, hey, kill these goblins, and so they go into this quest, which requires them to go into the goblin nest, and they are woefully unprepared. They have no potions. They have no plan. They're all like first day adventurers kind of thing. And they make mistakes, and the world punishes them for it. And by golly, do they get punished. So we've got our main character, whose name is Priestess, because she's a priestess. So she's your typical support, cinnamon bun, cute little cinnamon bun support. She can use heal, and that's about it. She can use light and heal. That's about it. So in a fight, she's pretty much useless. She's good if you have taken damage and need to stay alive, as long as said damage is not poison damage. Next one is the mage. In the books, the mage, all the characters have a backstory, and you get to see little bits and pieces of it before they're brutally murdered. But in the show, they kind of gloss over it because pacing. They couldn't really spend. If the first episode would have been a hour-long special, like Rise of the Shield Hero is, another good one.
What kind of style are these in?
What do you mean by style?
Are they like what kind of animation style?
Anime
type style, or
yeah, they're Japanese.
American style?
Yeah, they're Japanese. Goblin Slayer is very animated very darkly. And the title character, Goblin Slayer, he basically think of is it Dark Souls 2? The box art for Dark Souls 2? No, it's 3. Yeah, basically think of Dark Souls 3, the opening, or the box art, and his overall character design is kind of similar to that. He wears leather armor with chainmail underneath and a helmet at all times. You will never see him take his helmet off. You will never see his face. He takes his helmet off, but it's that kind of faceless protagonist trope.
He's like Kenny?
No, you actually get to see Kenny's face eventually. His face is revealed to the cast, but never to the audience. The most of his face you see is his mouth. That's it. Ooh. You got laser beamed.
I did get laser beamed. I forgot there was a laser beam.
But yeah, the main part of the show is feeling good. Oh, nope. Is the main thing about the show is how he creatively comes up with answers to the solution, or answers to the problems that he's facing. Because he doesn't just fight goblins in the show. He's occasionally forced into situations that contain non-goblins. He's had to fight a beholder before, and an ogre. And his answer for the ogre is so typical player character D&D, it's hilarious. I'd seriously recommend you going and watching it if you have a means of doing so.
What network? Where is it? Show?
It was originally shown on Crunchyroll, but there's ways of doing it. I don't know if there's an English translation yet. I'll look that up. Um... Sadly, Goblin Slayer has been dubbed by Funimation. There is a current controversy going on about Funimation, and I cannot recommend paying money to Funimation right now.
What'd they do?
They're one of the biggest voice actors in the industry for anime, at least. Just got believe all whammoned.
Got it.
Yeah. Except once people stopped and thought about it, they're like, okay, where's the proof? And then all of said proof that they brought up has been debunked, and most of the people in this whole controversy are going to be sued for defamation, libel, tortious interference with contract, and many other things. Yes. And I hope that this case comes out in the voice actor's favor, because that will show these... sorry to go off on a tangent, but yeah, to show that these people who go on these Twitter brigades and literally ruin people's lives with no more than accusations and zero proof, it'll show them that no, you can't do that and get away with it. Your actions have consequences. Just like how if you actually do commit crimes, you should have your actions, you should be held accountable.
Is he American?
Yes, he is. The lawsuits are being in Texas, so so yeah, Texas law is interesting because they have the loosest definition of TI that basically means it's in the guy's favor for this lawsuit because of how the laws are written in Texas. Because in most states, apparently, I can't like say for sure because I'm A, not a lawyer, and B, not American. There's a the definition of tortious interference with a contract with most of America, as far as I have heard, has to be a breach of contract. But in Texas, a breach does not have to happen in order to be charged with TI.
I don't think that's just Texas, because I know there was talk of a bunch of wrestlers having that issue when WWE was trying to negotiate with them when they were still with like Ring of Honor and New Japan and stuff.
Because TI is basically if somebody comes forward and makes claims to a contract holder to that skews their judgment in order to cause a breach of contract, that's tertious interference.
Yeah, the breach doesn't actually have to happen.
Oh, okay. Because some states it does, like New York, it has to happen. Like basically, somebody somebody coming up and saying, "Oh, hey, did you know that this dude's a pedophile?" And then the contract holder cancels their contract with that person,
Right.
because of this. That's tertious interference.
I don't remember how to do this part. I need to stick something on this, but I don't know what to stick on it.
I couldn't say. I can't see anything from up here, or from this side. But anyways, yeah. The main thing is they fired the guy. That's perfectly fine. But then they made statements about it, because in Texas you don't need a reason to fire someone.
That's most states, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't need a reason to fire someone. And you don't have to inform anybody about said person being fired. But they decided to make a statement saying that this guy was being fired and that he was being taken off of these projects, and they weren't having any involvement with him going forward. And then they proceed to make a statement saying, in the same Twitter thread, saying they do not condone any sort of harassment and that kind of BS. Which brings together when you read it, it makes you think that this guy was harassing people. There's no other way to take that statement. Because you don't just make that kind of statement attached to a notice of, like, termination, without getting the insinuation that, oh, hey, this is why they terminated him. Which is technically defamation. And so he's going to be suing them for that. Because A, they didn't need to make that statement. They didn't need to make any statement. And that's just the beginning. The people who started this whole thing haven't shut up on Twitter, and it's been nearly 3 months now. Basically, what's happened is there's been threats of litigation. They didn't shut up. Papers have been served. They still haven't shut up. Like they got notices of like, hey, don't delete any tweets pertaining to this, which basically means discovery is coming, and yeah. You're going to be sued soon. And yeah, don't delete anything. But they decided to still keep talking. That is terrible. Oh, almost?
Maybe. I'm not sure if this is even the right thing to do. I can't even remember. It's been so
You need to, well, you need to hit it just on the edge there in order to get that arc.
It exploded before it got there.
Ah!
Let's see if I can throw it if I throw it from over here. Oh, no, because I need to be on the button.
Right.
Bitch. I don't know where I'm supposed to be throwing this thing.
I don't know, but yeah, the whole situation's bullshit, and
Oh, there we go. I got it.
yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
No. Oh. Yeah, there's no criminal case coming, so this is all going to be in civil court, and it's a defamation case. And so these people keep trying to run their mouths on how, oh, they have all these witnesses and whatnot. But the thing is, they're not going to be able to get these witnesses in, because it's not a criminal case. What's going to happen is the guy's going to say, no, this never happened, and then it's going to be on the accusers to bring proof that it did. Cutscene? Cutscene.
Yeah.
Ghosts. Oh, crap.
What?
I've been sitting here for like, how long has this been on for?
We're at 43 minutes.
I've been sitting with food in the microwave for 43 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go put that back on and go get it.
All right. ever somewhere. What closes that? What opens this other door? Oh, that does. If I didn't get squished. One little piece, but I have no idea where I have not traveled. Like, do I just need to leave?
Hey, I'm back.
So it's saying I'm at 99%, but I don't see anything left.
Huh. Quick question.
Yeah.
There's a American version of the Cohiba brand, right?
Yes.
Okay. They're supposedly cheaper than the real deal.
Yes. They're still expensive.
They're still expensive, yes. Okay, because one of the lawyers in that case, he's gotten from a client a box of Cohibas.
It's a good gift.
Yeah? They are his favorite.
And you can get them. You're allowed
Yeah,
to
you
bring them from other countries.
Cuba, yeah.
You're allowed to bring. I think you're allowed to personally import now up to like 200. Stuff like
Now, yes. I heard something about a suitcase full.
that.
Yeah. Before it was only $100.
Before,
$100.
I'm not even sure what. Well, I don't think I could bring any back when I was on my honeymoon in the Caribbean.
No, I mean when Obama first opened the borders with them.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, the limit was $100, but now I don't know. Now I've heard it's a suitcase, but that's a few years later than Obama's.
I think you can bring as much as you want, as long as it's just for you. As long as you're not reselling.
I heard it's as much as you can carry. Not as much as you want, but as much as you can carry. As of October 17th, 2016, purchase of in Cuba and import as accompanied baggage into United States. Merchandise is authorized rather than merchandise. I don't know if this is correct. Okay. On personal use only, the important Cuban origin.
Found the spot I missed. I believe. Do I have 100% now? Yes, I have 100% there. Cool.
Previous military. Oh, remove. Okay, yeah. Yeah, before it was $100, but they've removed that ban. Now it's basically just whatever you can carry for personal use.
All right. Let's see. Seems like I need to make a trip to Cuba.
Yeah.
And the best would just be to buy it from the farmers.
Mm-hmm. Like whole leaf or the cigars?
Both, because they usually the farmers roll as well.
Oh, okay. Because it won't be like a name brand thing.
No, but they'll still be awesome, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at $155 in whole leaf stuff for my order.
I think I put in an order for like $480.
Yeah. They I don't have that much money to spend on tobacco products.
Are you ordering for making pipe tobacco?
Pipe tobacco, I'll get a small pipe kit or a cigar kit just so I can have the things needed to actually make them.
Yeah.
And 2 pounds of like cigarette tobacco.
Yeah.
Because if I can get my dad off of taxed tobacco, let's just say 100 grams of loose tobacco is $60 Canadian.
Holy crap.
Yeah. And he goes through 2 of those a month. If not more. 2 weeks, maybe. So if we can buy 2 pounds of the stuff for $38 or something like that,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah, it's nice and cheap.
The only thing he's got to do is cut it up himself.
Yeah, they have little shredders on there for like $30 or something.
Yeah, the little clamp on the table
Yep.
shredder. Yeah, I was thinking of that.
A lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm. The only thing is finding a blend that he likes.
What's he smoke now?
I can't remember. I think it might be Player's Red.
So I'm guessing that's kind of close to Marlboro Red.
No, not at all. He despises American cigarettes.
Good old Canadian players.
Yeah.
I'd probably just go with some,
Canadian blend.
yeah, or some just
80% Canadian, flu cured, and um, like 20% American flu cured. I can't speak today.
Yeah, really more like a 80% yellow and like just a touch of red, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if I was smoking, I'd throw a little bit of Latakia in there too.
Yeah, but
Makes it so smooth. Or maybe even grab some. Are you gonna get any of the like the semi-oriental?
yeah, I bought a pump.
That
Or-
stuff by itself is so good. So that actually might make a good blend to something to add in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's sweet. So if he wants something sort of sweet.
I don't know. I have no idea what the cigarettes, what kind of flavor profile he does, because I don't smoke, so
You can probably find out what's in Canadian players. Right?
I've tried to look, but I haven't seen anything. All I've seen is these fucking articles about, oh, it's bad, it's got all these chemicals in it.
Well, duh.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've found so far. I've like tried to find like what are the ingredients for Player's tobacco blend, and then it comes up with arsenic, brr. All these like health things. That's the only thing I come up with.
Oh, laser! Oh, laser again! And I got smacked by the laser.
Zap.
Come on, somebody give me something to bounce off. Down below.
Because I'm pretty sure organic tobacco would be better for him than whatever's in cigarettes.
Yeah, I think so.
But because who knows exactly what is being put into it. Because I know I'll never get him to quit smoking. It's sadly a truth that I'll never get him to quit smoking, but Might as well try and make it cost the least and have the least amount of harm.
At least get good quality.
Mm-hmm. If you can get better quality at a cheaper price, why not? Just got to buy enough so that when he goes to work, he can have a big enough stock that he doesn't run out, and then has to resort to like store bought.
Right.
How are you supposed to store like whole leaf?
Personally, I store it in a cooler. So I store it just like I do cigars, but yeah, I store it basically the same way I store cigars.
And so put them in a cooler, big Ziploc bags with a couple of Boveda packs in them.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how I until I got my temperature controlled humidor. That's how I was storing all my cigars.
What temp do you shoot for in your humidor?
70 Fahrenheit.
70 Fahrenheit. It's about 20 degrees Celsius, I think,
Yeah, I think
or
2021, I think.
so pretty close to what my house is right now.
Yep. That's about what I keep my house at too.
Well, I haven't got any heat on just yet. Or should I say, I haven't really turned my heat off just yet. The summer is going to be brutal. Because I wouldn't be surprised if my house gets like 90.
Yeah. So does mine.
I have a little air conditioner in my bedroom, that's it. Because sadly my my nice 240 volt gigantic air conditioner that's in the living room decided to crap the bed because it's like 30 years old. So here I am stuck with one of those portable ones with the hoses.
I feel ya.
And those only really cool one room. But next time I might think about getting one of the cigar boxes with the lip. And then making a seal for that. And using that as a makeshift humidor until I can figure out if I want to spend the money.
Right.
Because at least that way it would have some cedar in it.
Yeah, I use like empty boxes and put those in my cooler door when I try to cool the door.
Right. So apparently, Romeo and Julietta's they come in little plastic tubes,
They can, yes.
and the inside is lined with cedar.
Yep. A lot of cigars come that way. And it's Romeo e Julieta.
Right. Yes, because
It's Spanish.
Spanish, because J's are h's.
J's are H's.
Yes. Well, at least it's not like Scandinavian, where J's are yuz.
I know I keep botching all the Chinese tea names.
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to do better with that and read over the
Pronunciation.
yes. I found a good like chart that has like every syllable and then how it's spelled out in Pinyin.
Speaking of which, god damn, that's a long ass name. Rui Kao Zhang Yu Li Ji Chun. Spring of Yu Li Raw. It's $89 for 357. Or $90 for 357. What does it say? It's 2009. Excuse me. Oh. It's a Yunnan sourcing brand. The Ryu Kao Zhang. Crow project between Yunnan sourcing, Yun Zi Yang, and Korean counterpart Ryu Kao Zhang.
How much did you say it was?
$90.
Oh, that's not bad for 357.
No, 357, 2009, and it's like a special edition or something. So I should look and see what teaware Steven's got, because you can. Oh yeah, I found my little Yixing teacups.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm glad I found those.
Oh shit.
They're not pure Yixing. They have a ceramic inside.
Yeah.
like ceramic coating on the inside. I didn't want like pure Yixing because
Are you like me and really bad about cleaning stuff?
that too, but no, when I want to do a like critical tasting / review, I don't want to use anything Yixing because of the whole ghosting.
Right.
I mean, if you're just going for an enjoyment, then yes, ghosting is fine because it brings everything together. You get a beautiful cup. But if you're doing critical tasting, like, no, it's got to be porcelain because it doesn't taint any of the flavors. Also, porcelain's usually white, so you get a pure color representation.
Yeah.
So, I like the feel of Yixing, like touching it. It's nice. It's not slippery or anything like that. So I bought ones that were Yixing on the outside, but porcelain on the inside.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah. I've got a couple of Yixing teapots, but those are purely my enjoyment, not. You might see them occasionally in a review, but I don't really do reviews anymore, so. You seen my tea blog? It was mostly covered in beer.
Covered in beer?
Yep, covered in beer. Though my first post was a whiskey review. I did a review of Talisker. If you know your Scotch.
I've heard of it.
Talisker, aka gasoline. Because it's got a very distinctive gasoline-like flavor. Or not flavor, but smell. It doesn't taste bad, but it's a little off-putting on the nose at first. That and it almost looks exactly like gasoline.
Oops. Jump right into the fire.
Teaware, there we go. Tea infusion mugs. No thanks. Teacup set. Chinese red. Porcelain. 40 ml each. 2 cups. 13 American. You know what I want to get for a Gaiwan? I want to get one of those tempered glass Gaiwans.
If you find one, make sure that the nub on the
Yeah.
lid is not hollow, so that the tea goes all the way up into the lid. Because then you just burn your fingers on the lid.
Right. Yeah.
So it's
Make sure
really
it covers the.
So make sure it's either a solid piece or it's flared out and has an indentation, so the edges are at least cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had ones that the tea just goes right up into the knob on the lid, and then you just burn your finger through the lid. It's like, well, that's pointless.
Yeah. So yeah, my Gaiwan is the Dai 125.
I got mine. I got the it's the one that you can get from Music City. It's on
Can't say I. He doesn't sell the tempered glass Gaiwans anymore. That makes me sad because I really want one of those. Because they're such a good thing to like photograph in.
Oh yeah.
Because you can actually like see through it, and it's like, yay! I don't have to take the lid off to take pictures. I don't really need any. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Uh, Except I don't think it's not. I don't think it's Yixing. It's rough porcelain, but it's not Yixing. So it's got like this rough glaze on it. Steve's got a DHP Yixing pot. 150 mils, $70.
I'm like stuck. Oh, I totally glitched out. Watch what's coming up. I get glitched out, stuck.
Oh,
I'm not dead. Hey, I survived it. That's funny.
Yeah, it doesn't have the. It doesn't have the glass one anymore. That's sad.
Who, Scott or Steve?
Steve, yeah. Gonna see if Union Sourcing has it.
I think they do.
Because yeah, I was kind of hoping to make another order from Steve eventually. He's got some nice stuff there for a pretty good price.
He's US based, right?
Yeah. Virginia, I think.
Oh yeah, we saw it. Or Carolina, I think he said.
The VA, I think. China. Have you heard of the book by James Norwood Pratt? The T book?
No.
No. I managed to pick up that. It was pure silver teapots.
Oh, Unan sourcing? Yeah, they have pure silver.
What's the point of that? Aside from just blang factor?
I'm not totally sure. I'm guessing it's similar to like people like who use copper for their teapots. I mean, for cooking or whatever.
I guess it would have good like heat transfer. Ugh, excuse me. Silver teapots. Goddamn, this is going to be expensive.
Yeah, they are.
$300. There's a freaking pendant. It's $45. Pure silver rainbow glazed ceramic cup. $1,200 for a 950 ml Mudan. Like, are the inside of the... Yes, the inside of the teacups are silver.
Mm-hmm.
What's...
I'm sure they would get coated with... You'd pretty much cure them right away. They'd probably get coated so quickly. They'd oxidize super fast.
Oh, yeah. They would. You'd be forever polishing the frickin' thing. Why is there so many of them? Jeez.
I don't know. Look up why do people...
Buy expensive things?
No, just the teapots. Like, what's the point of...
Silver teapots? Function and beauty with an elegant flair. I guess it's for, like, the best... Okay, it's believed that silver provides the best possible medium for water and tea to meet. Just 99% silver and 1% copper are...
So standard sterling.
Okay, you're being a little presumptuous on this one. Have you ever had your heart broken by dropping your favorite teaware?
Yes.
Not to worry, these will never break even if you drop them. I'd like to call bullshit on some of this. Because these ceramic with the silver inside, yes, they still will break if you drop them.
Yeah.
It's just you won't lose the inside. Like, the ceramic will just break off of it.
Probably weren't talking about that one.
I mean, yeah, sure, if you drop a pure silver cup, no, it's not going to break. Chances are you're going to bend it. Cheapest one is 26 US for a
And that's just for the cup.
yeah, it's a little 80 ml cup.
Not even talking about the crazy expensive teapots.
Yeah, let's see exactly how crazy expensive. $1,400 American. 1.1 liter boiler kettle.
Oh, yeah, that's a little big.
1,230 Dragon boiler kettle, 1.1 liters. The Mudan.
What's just like a little 150 or a 200?
Oh, like an actual teapot, not a boiler kettle.
Yeah.
Chahai teapot, Kyushu style, $440. There's a little 900. Oh. How are you... Okay, why? Don't I have you set price high, low to high? Yes, I do.
Yeah, their site. Are you looking at Onan?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes their thing doesn't
work correctly. Because it's like, okay, second last row, 895, 505, 515, 940, 4450, or 445, 436, 848, 446, 985, 440. Shouldn't those 8-900s be like at the end here, not mixed in with 4 and 500s? Like, it starts off good. It goes like 26 up to 64. Next is 105 to... Oh, nope. So 26, 35, 40, 45, 45, 46, 48, 55, 62, 64. That's the first line. Then it goes 105, 106, 240, 270, 300, 68. 300, 302, 315, 330. There's just this random wooden silver cup in there for $68 instead of having that at the beginning. Anyways, enough about silver teapots.
that you can't afford.
I mean, I could buy one, but why? I'd much rather buy a Yixing, personally. Sure, if I drop the Yixing, it's going to break. But I've only broken one piece of pottery. That was the lid to my first Gaiwan.
That's what I end up breaking most of the time is a lid. So I have a ton of Gaiwans with
No lids?
No lids.
You just use the saucer on top. Because you can always put the Gaiwan on another saucer. I'd like to find a like Chinese style teacup that does not burn your fingers.
Good luck with that.
I've got the worst freaking thing ever in my hand right now. Let's see, what do I got to ring this friggin' gong with? Take a guess what that's made out of.
I don't know.
Cast iron. I bought them from the tea shop that was close by, and it was like, first time I used it, it was like, oh, this is a bad idea.
I bet they just look cool.
They do. They're like completely black with this green kind of oxide finish on the outside. On the inside, it's like glazed black, which means you can't use them for pictures because everything you put in it looks like coffee. because black interior. You can't hold the things because after the first cup, they're whatever temperature the water is. God forbid if you're drinking black tea or cooked pu'er. I mean, it'd be a good way to lose your fingerprints. Burn them off. So now it's become an ashtray. Because they're just not usable in their main purpose. So yeah, I found my cups. Or at least the oh no, I did find my cups. I'm pretty sure they're 40s. Cuz I can empty a Gaiwan into 2 of them usually. General. Those are the ones that I have. The red Zisha cups with white glazed interior. Oh, wow. They're really cheap. I should buy more of them. Yeah, that's right. I think I eBayed my first Yixing. Well, no, I didn't. I bought that big Yixing that I have, the like 250 mil Yixing, the one I use for oolongs, at a local-ish like Asian grocer. They just had it sitting there, and I'm like, really? Okay, you're coming home with me. And so I bought that Yixing, and then I bought another one off Amazon, or not Amazon, eBay. I mean, it's not. They're not the best quality, but they work. I made a little gasket for the eBay one, so I can do the whole put your finger over the hole on the lid and stop the water thing. Yeah. How you're supposed to do it. Because, yeah, don't expect an eBay Yixing teapot to have a seal.
I wouldn't.
No, I didn't either. And when it came and it didn't, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Get out some like cling wrap for like food. Like putting a bowl in the fridge. I got that, twisted it up, put it around the edge, and pressed it down, and it worked.
That's funny. I just got a Steam
achievement.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Even though I've already beaten this game at 100%.
Well, each time you do it, I think you get the achievement. Because you've started the game over again?
Oh Could have. It could have been. It might have been the previous edition. This is
right.
This is the definitive edition. So.
Right. The definitive, yeah, that would technically be another game.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can't remember if I beat this one 100% yet or not. This is one of the fun ones. Oops. Where you get a one hit wonder on these ones. Oop, come on.
Just push Froggo Jumper guy into the lava.
I forgot that I gotta escape on this one. So close. Oh, I got taken over. I forgot this was an escape.
Boink.
Oh.
Oh, what happened there? And just before you got, like, tsunami'd, like, the screen froze.
No! I did not mean to do that.
Bloop. Power drive.
Yeah, I'll probably drive myself into the...
Lava. Ah. You ran out of double jumps. Or triple or quadruple jumps.
Yeah, I got triples. Oh, I just pile drive myself again.
Same thing as last time.
No! I did not hit down. Oh, right into the spikes.
Yeah, I still need... First things first, I still need to find my teapot that I need. Or kettle, should I say.
Like you need a... There we go.
New cordless electric kettle.
Yeah, I need one too.
There's one I'm looking at, but it's stupid expensive.
Like the one I have, it doesn't have... I can't get into it to clean it by hand. My hand doesn't fit.
Oh. Which one do you have?
I have the Cuisinart.
Which one exactly is that?
It's a Cuisinart 1.7 liter.
Is it a gooseneck?
No.
No? Is it the, is it kind of the whistling style kettle, or is it the one with all the buttons on the handle?
Has all the buttons on the handle.
So the CPK 17?
Yes, that or something.
It's $100.
I mean, it's good. It works good, but I have pretty hard water, so it gets pretty caked up inside. So it's
Right.
I'd like to be able to fit my hand inside. Plus,
I
the temperature level gauge is, enclosed. so it's not like I can
Yeah.
clean that out with anything.
I don't use tap water for tea.
I filter my water, so my water tastes good. It just has a lot of minerals.
My teapots are like years old, or my kettles are like years old, and they have like no scale at all on them. Because I use the reverse osmosis stuff that you get from bottled.
Yeah, I have an RO unit because I have a saltwater fish tank, so.
Oh, okay.
But I just don't use it for drinking. I could, I guess.
But no,
I'd have to stick an output line because I have a RODI, so I need to stick it between the RO and the DI.
but I'm looking at getting a gooseneck kettle. That one's not bad. There's a Bonavita 1 liter gooseneck. I think it's got like 1 degree Fahrenheit. One-degree Fahrenheit temperature variation and hold. It's a pour over kettle.
All right, 100% on this last spot. Now it's time for the end of the game.
What's 140 in Celsius?
Not that. Not super hot.
60. So that's about as low as I'd want to go on a tea. That's like 60 degrees is like matcha territory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that one would work.
Super bitter greens.
Yeah.
All right. Time for the great escape. I'm probably gonna die like 100 times.
Cause yeah. This one's under $100. Has 1 degree Fahrenheit. Water temperature. Adjustability and hold. So you take it off, you pour, you put it back on, and it holds it at the temperature you set it to.
Oh no.
That, and it's got the gooseneck. The gooseneck is key.
Shit.
The only thing is, yeah, I don't think I'd get my hand in it to clean it. It's got a pretty small opening. That's why you need to get a brush for like whatever, one of those bottle brushes. That's why you can bend it and into whatever shape you need to so it can reach. It's what I use on my Chemex. Because those are a pain in the dick to clean. You ever tried to clean a Chemex?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, what is it? It's basically a round bottom flask with a filter, like a cone filter on the top. It's a pour over style coffee maker. But yeah, it looks like something you'd find in a chemistry set. That's why it's called the Chemex. Oh. I should get back into roasting my own coffee. If you're into coffee, yeah, I recommend roasting your own. It's actually rather simple to do. If you got a hot air popcorn popper, it works really well. It's just you don't have the large. You can do about 100 grams of roast with a hot air popper of an average size, not the huge ones, just a regular sized one. So apparently they're releasing Avicii's unreleased album when he died.
Who?
Avicii,
I don't know who that is.
like Levels. No, he was a EDM producer. He was fairly mainstream and popular back in early 2018. Oh. I just seen a, what do you call it, a ad on Facebook for like a classifieds, and it had a NES. Oh.
Jeez.
Just buggers off.
And I bet the 100% speed run of this thing's probably like 50 minutes. 100%. Ori. Speed run. Looks like 1 hour, 8 minutes. Oh, actually, let me check a leaderboard here. 100% 8 minutes. 1 hour, 8 minutes, 47 seconds. I'm guessing I have somewhere around, I don't know, 6 hours? 7 hours?
You ever played Portal?
I have not. I've seen it though. I think it would totally make me motion sick with all the 3 dimensions.
Oh god, I am so loud on stream.
Are you really?
Yeah, I heard myself clip.
Oh yeah. You got close to clipping on that one.
Yeah. I used to be able to do Portal in about an hour.
I think the 3-axis movement would totally screw me up.
Oh yeah, you said you're not good with FPSs.
No, I'm not very good at them anyways. But then I've always had a problem with them making me like motion sick.
What's your refresh rate on your monitor?
70 on this one.
Uh,
I'll have to check. I don't remember. But ever since I was a kid, it was a problem. We'd stay up playing Duke Nukem 3D.
oh, I can understand why that would be a little nauseating.
Quake 3. Played a lot of Quake 3. Half-Life. A lot of Team Fortress stuff from Half-Life.
Oh, the original, yeah.
Yep. Like the President mod, where you had to keep the President alive, and then the other team was assassins who were trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, the monitor I'm playing on is just a 60. I didn't really buy it for gaming, but I have it.
Yeah, I spent way too much money on my monitor. It's a 165 hertz, 27 inch, 1440p. Yeah.
Yeah, all my monitors are 60s.
You're more of a content creator, though, so.
Yeah, I also watch the stock market and stuff too.
So color accuracy would be more important.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a couple. 2 of my monitors are HP LP2 2465s. Those are pretty good on color. They're heavy as hell though, so I need to replace them because they bend out a little bit on my 4-monitor stand. Let's see how many. So I got 7 hours and 34 minutes, but I did get 100%. So
that's good.
I'm a little off on the speedrun record for 100%. by 6 hours and 30 minutes.
It's like people who play Getting Over It religiously.
Oh man, yeah, that's a riot. That's fun.
Ugh. I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
I sadly paid money for it.
A friend sent it to me for as a gift because he thought it was hilarious, so he just sent it to me as a gift.
Oh, it's like, hey, play this on stream. Enjoy.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the end of Ori. So I am ending the stream now. See you later, guys.
So, yeah.